Let's talk about a frustration I hear constantly. I'm a good guy, respect women. I'm thoughtful, supportive. I do everything right. So why do they always friend-zone me and date guys who treat them worse? If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. This is one of the most frequent complaints I hear from men navigating the dating world. And here's the interesting part: you're not entirely wrong. Something is happening here. But it's likely not what you think. The truth is both simpler and more nuanced than women don't like nice guys. Today, I'm going to break down why being nice hasn't been working in your favor. And more importantly, what you can do instead. Not by turning into a jerk. That's not the solution. But by understanding what's actually going on beneath the surface. This isn't about tactics or manipulation. It's about understanding real human psychology and the roots of genuine attraction. So, let's dive in. The misconception around nice first. Let's clarify what we mean when we say nice. Because there's the kind of niceness that's rooted in genuine kindness, empathy, and strong personal values. It's about treating others with respect because that's who you are, not because you expect a reward. But that's often not what self-identified nice guys are practicing instead. It's a more conditional form of niceness, being overly agreeable, excessively accommodating, and avoiding conflict. Not as a natural expression of who you are, but as a strategy to win affection, validation, or attraction. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Women can sense the difference, not always consciously, but intuitively. They pick up on it. They can feel when your niceness is more of a transaction than a reflection of who you genuinely are. Ask yourself this: are you this nice to everyone in your life? Or does it ramp up only around women you're interested in? Do you find yourself nodding along with opinions you don't actually agree with, going above and beyond to do favors that sometimes feel like too much? Do you suppress your own preferences to make her happy even when a healthy boundary would be more appropriate? If you said yes to any of those, you're not being authentically kind. You're engaging in people-pleasing behavior, often driven by insecurity and an unstated hope that it'll be reciprocated. And that kind of behavior doesn't scream great boyfriend. What nice guy behavior is actually communicating. You're stuck in constant people-pleasing mode. You end up sending signals that actually undermine attraction. First off, it suggests low self-esteem. You're indirectly telling her, I'm not enough on my own, so I need to overcompensate with helpfulness and agreeability. That shifts the dynamic in a way that makes her feel all the power is on her side, which ironically doesn't make her feel more secure. Second, it feels inauthent. If she can't tell where you end and the performance begins, something will feel off even if she can't put it into words. It creates a kind of uncanny valley in your interactions. Third, it shows a misunderstanding of how attraction actually works. You're using a transactional mindset. If I'm nice enough, she'll give me romantic interest. But attraction doesn't work like a vending machine. And fourth, possibly the biggest issue, this approach often leads to unspoken resentment. When your expectations aren't met, that bitterness starts to leak out. It shows up in subtle jabs, passive-aggressive comments, or the classic complaint that women only go for jerks. And that reveals something major. Your kindness wasn't as genuine as you thought. This is what women are pointing to when they say they can sense desperation or feel neediness. It's not some mystical sixth sense. It's that these behaviors give away your emotional dependence in ways that feel uncomfortable. This isn't about Shamit, about awareness. Let me be clear. This isn't about blaming or shaming you. Many of us develop these patterns early in life as survival tools. If you learned that being helpful or agreeable kept you safe or earned love, it makes total sense you'd bring that into adult relationships. But understanding the origin of a pattern doesn't mean you have to keep repeating it. What women actually respond to. So, if performative niceness isn't the answer, what is? What is it that women genuinely respond to in someone they're attracted to? In short, authenticity paired with solid boundaries. Let's break that down. Women are drawn to men who have their own direction, identity, and standards. Men who are kind, not to earn something, but because that's how they treat people. They respect men who can say no when needed, who hold their own opinions, who don't mold themselves into what they think will be most likable. Think of the guys you've seen effortlessly attract women. They're probably not all movie star, handsome, rich, or ultra suave, but chances are they do have a few things in common. They're grounded in who they are. They don't constantly chase validation. They have purpose and passion beyond dating. They're not obsessed with finding someone. They're already fulfilled, and relationships are a part of their life, not the centerpiece. They have boundaries, they're generous, but not at the cost of their self-respect. They're emotionally real. They're honest about their feelings. They're tough ones, and they communicate with clarity. This creates a kind of relaxed confidence that comes from not needing the relationship to feel whole. When you operate from this place, it shows the woman that you're choosing her not because you need her, but because you want her in your already full life. That's liberating for both of you. It takes the pressure off, and it gives attraction the space to grow naturally, without the clingy energy that often smothers it. From nice guy to authentic man. So, how do you shift from the nice guy pattern to a place of authentic confidence? Here are some practical steps. 1. Build self-awareness. Start catching yourself in the act. Notice when you're being nice out of fear or expectation versus when it's coming from your true values. Are you agreeing to avoid conflict? Overdoing favors that feel draining? Hiding your opinions to seem more agreeable? Start noticing. 2. Practice small acts of authenticity when someone asks where to eat. Give your actual preference instead of defaulting to whatever you want. Disagree politely when you have a different opinion. These little choices add up and build your confidence muscle. 3. Invest in your own life. Develop interests, friendships, and passions, not as a tactic to attract women, but because a well-rounded, fulfilled life is attractive. 4. Strengthen your boundaries. Being kind doesn't mean saying yes to everything. Know your limits. Respectfully enforce them. That's not selfish, it's healthy. 5. Challenge the old beliefs. If deep down you believe love must be earned through sacrifice, or that your worth depends on how likable you are, it's time to dig into that. Those beliefs drive behavior until you consciously replace them. 6. Redefine what real kindness means. True kindness isn't about pleasing others for approval. It comes from inner strength. It's about living your values, not manipulating outcomes. So if you've been wondering why your kindness keeps landing you in the friend zone, maybe it's not the kindness itself that's the issue. It's the intention behind it, and what that intention subtly communicates. True confidence doesn't mean changing who you are. It means owning who you are, expressing your thoughts, feelings, and limits while treating others with respect. That combination, it doesn't just attract the right people, lays the foundation for healthy, fulfilling relationships. If this spoke to you, Hit subscribe for more deep dives that go beyond surface level dating tips. Drop a comment and let me know what resonated. With you I read every one and use them to shape future videos. Until next time, choose authenticity over performance. It's not only more attractive, it's more real.